Blake Corum is running it back for one more year. Will the return of Blake the Great to the Wolverines in 2023 carry Michigan all the way to the college football mountaintop? It's a great time to subscribe to the channel. Big Ten football content all offseason long. Always mash that like button to spread the word of Big Ten Ted to the masses. I'm going to go on record and say this was the correct decision for Blake Corum. You got to think that injury towards the end of last season really kind of maybe scared some NFL teams. Maybe when he floated it out there and had some people look around and peek around for him with some NFL teams, you got to think that injury might have knocked him down a few pegs in terms of some NFL draft boards. So why not come back bigger, better, faster, and stronger? And you are going to be. Blake Corum is going to be one of the Heisman favorites entering 2023. He will be one of the very best college football players in the United States of America in 2023. Maybe outside of Caleb Williams, he might be the player that might be next in line to possibly bring home the Heisman Trophy to Ann Arbor, Michigan. So he can run his way. Like, if he has another great year, he runs for 1,500 yards, whatever, and he had another Blake Corum kind of year in that backfield, he has the potential to possibly run his way to being a first-round NFL draft pick. And you got to think NIL has something to do with this. Now a lot of guys, they might look at, well, if I'm a third-round pick, I'm a fourth-round pick, if I'm a mid-round pick in the NFL draft, I might be able to make more money from NIL deals being an elite player and really stepping up and being one of the better players in the country at the college level than I would, kind of learning and developing at the NFL level as a mid-round pick. So NIL, once again, comes through as a positive thing in today's day and age of college football. Blake Corum has a chance to solidify himself as a Michigan Wolverine legend. Now, statistically, I don't think he's going to be able to get up on an A-train level, on an Anthony Thomas, on a Tyrone Wheatley, on a Mike Hart. I don't think statistically he's going to be. He would have to have like a Barry Sanders type of season to really get into that top 5 or top 3 in terms of rushing yards in a Michigan Wolverine career. But if you look at what he has the opportunity to do, okay, this team, it is like the 2022 Michigan team arguably was a Blake Corum away from winning a college football playoff semifinal and maybe, just maybe, winning the whole shebang and winning the national championship. It would have been a much different conversation, I think, with both Corum and Edwards in the Michigan backfield. But obviously, we won't have the chance to learn that. But you kind of fast forward to 2023, Blake Corum has a chance to win 3 consecutive Big Ten championships, where he's a big part of this offense. He's one of the main parts of this offense for 3 consecutive years. And maybe, just maybe, if he brings a national championship along with a 3rd consecutive Big Ten title back to the Maize and Blue, man, you got to think we're talking, it's statue talk right now at Michigan. He's on that level in terms of being a Michigan Wolverine legend. Let's just say, if that happens, I don't think he's paying for another meal in the state of Michigan ever again. Maybe in East Lansing, he might shell out a few bucks. Maybe we'll just say that. But legend status, I think, is on the line. And Blake Corum seems to be motivated by winning and the accolades of team accomplishments. Okay? Now, the first thing I thought of when I saw Blake Corum enter his name into the next season, saying I'm coming back for 2023, is offensive line. Okay, because this team, I think, when you look at Blake Corum and his success, of course, he's a great running back, but I think a lot of that success should be attributed to back-to-back Joe Moore Award winners as the best offensive line in the country. This has been a Michigan team that has been built from the inside out, and maybe the best part of their football program is as inside as it gets, the interior offensive line. Look, Olu Oluwatimi, losing him, that's an All-American type of guy. Now they're going into the transfer portal, and they're getting guys to come back on this offensive line that I think are going to replenish. Are they going to be at an All-American level like Olu Oluwatimi? I don't think so. You look at guys like Drake Nugent, Miles Hinton transferring from Stanford. You look at Ladarius Henderson, a 4-star guy transferring from Arizona State. Like, these are guys that have logged a lot of Power 5 snaps in the Pac-12 conference coming in as transfers to this Michigan team that I think that's going to be huge. Like getting good talent that's at the Power 5 level, that's been there, that's done that, and solidifying the holes in this Michigan offensive line is going to be huge on multiple levels. I will say this. There's been a lot of will he or won't he with Jim Harbaugh right now. And I've avoided talking to it because I want to react to the decision. We haven't gotten there yet, but maybe that'll come a little bit later on if Jim makes a decision here pretty soon, firmly and concretely. I know he had a statement that he put out. But this return of Blake Corum should convince Jim Harbaugh to come back to Michigan for at least one more year. Because if you look at the team that you have coming back, of course, you got J.J. McCarthy. You're going to have a good offensive line. You got two dynamite running backs back there in the backfield. You've done really good getting good transfer portal additions on defense. Like, you have the pieces. This Michigan team has all the pieces in place to succeed and go out there and win a national championship. They do. All of the pieces are there. Jim Harbaugh, if you go to the National Football League, you're starting from scratch. Like, you're coaching your alma mater, and you've built them into a Big Ten powerhouse. Why leave when you've got arguably the best player in college football coming back as your RB1 in your backfield? I want to hear what you guys think. Do you think the return of Blake Corum could be just what Michigan needs to bring home a national championship? And do you think Blake Corum's going to be looking like this at the end of 2023? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. I'm Big Ten Ted. We will see you in the next one.